So where do we have this project only? Huh? This project only we are working on. Okay. So now one question. Huh? How can I open multiple browsers? See, yesterday we have tried with one browser, multiple pages. Yes. Okay. One browser. Hey, how are you? Come. So we have opened one browser, multiple pages. But now multiple browsers. See, now what is the program it executes? What it executes here? Come on, guys. So the statement defines which browser and what is the corresponding Chrome driver exe path. This statement execute opens what? This opens what? Chrome browser. Okay, this opens the Chrome browser, right? And this is open page. Open Google page, right? Done. I want to open another page, driver.get. So we are given this, right? http://www.flipkart.com. This we have seen, right? Okay. Now if I execute it, what happened? One browser open, one Chrome browser open with the two pages. With the two pages. Google.com, one URL. Next to Flipkart.com. Right? But now I want to open Google in one browser, Flipkart in another browser. Same Chrome only. Then how? Are you getting my point, right? So this program open only one Chrome browser. First it opens the google.com page. Next it opens the flipkart.com. But now I want to open one Chrome browser, google.com, another Chrome browser, flipkart.com. Then how? That's it. Just so here driver one, another variable. Driver one. Let me try. I haven't tried it. Let me try this. So now this is for the. So this statement launches what? Chrome browser, right? So here also it launches Chrome browser. Let me try this. Record Jason. Already I recorded here. Yeah. One browser, google.com open. See another browser also open. Right? So I have two browsers. See. Two browsers I open. Okay. One question. So one browser, one page, another browser, another page. See, I can't use the same variable name here. See, I can't use the same variable. Or if you want to use the same variable, then don't write this. That's it. Okay. And here also driver. Like this. So another Chrome browser will open and it launches the page. Okay. Now today we'll see Java concepts. So yesterday we have discussed what? So yesterday we have discussed the browser-based commands. So what are the basic commands are there for a browser? What are the commands we discussed? Can you repeat that? What are the commands we have discussed yesterday?
Get, open URL, get navigate to.
Sir, what is your name, sir?
Title. Shyam.
Yeah. Get to navigate to.
Navigate to. Retrieve page title.
Page title. Page
current URL.
Current URL. Okay.
Source code.
Source code. Okay.
Navigate to forward and backward.
So forward, backward navigation.
Refresh browser.
Refreshing browser.
Maximize and minimize.
Maximize, minimize.
Close and quit browser.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sir, hello.
Shyam, చెప్పండి
Sir,
సార్.
refresh and reload different still.
See, reload, refresh, both are same, right? See in the browser, see, this is only we are doing. ఇక్కడ reload అన్నది మనం refresh అంటున్నాం in Selenium లో, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah. So to do this manually, we are doing like this. But here in Selenium, how do we do? There is a method. What is the method? Refresh.
Refresh. Refresh.
Refresh method only, right? Like that.
Yes.
Now see here, Java, file, save as. Where is our documents? Where we are storing documents? D drive. No, seeker. No, ekkada?
Selenium.
D drive Selenium. Okay. Seeker documents for Java. Chapter 1, introduction of 2. Chapter 2 we haven't discussed. Chapter 1. Where is your chapter 2? Yesterday this chapter 2 only, right? Or chapter 1 now? Yesterday chapter 1 now? Java.
Yes, sir.
Chapter 1 only, right? Okay. Chapter 2. Class and objects. Class and objects. Okay. I said right before writing a Selenium program, I mean Java, we have to learn it. So we have started the Java yesterday, and also we have discussed the identifiers. So if I open any Java program, we can see like packages, interfaces, classes, methods, variables, constructors, and some blocks are there. Block also there. I will discuss. Okay, na? But if I open any program, are you comfortable now, right? To identify what are those identifiers? Okay, na? Methods naming standards. What are the naming standards for the method? Start with the small letter, second word onwards, first letter, capital letter, and having a parenthesis. And what are the naming standards for class and constructors? Camel case letters. Camel case letters, and constructor should have what? Brackets. I mean, open bracket, close bracket. Okay. Constructors. Class it doesn't have. Okay, na? Interface, same class standards. Variable, starting with small letter, second word onwards, first character is capital letter, and it doesn't contain any brackets. Variables. Okay. Now class and objects. Okay. Class and objects. So what is a class in Java? So what is a class in Java? No. In Java, I don't like this font. Okay. In Java, class is defined as collection of variables and methods. That's it. So in Java, class is defined as collection of variables and methods. Okay. So in Java, class is defined as the collection of variables and methods. Sir? Yes. Yes. Any doubt, madam? Can you please tell me after interface once we're done with the class? Interface, same standards, having a class standards. But what is interface? I haven't explained. See, what is class not explained? What is object not explained? What is package not explained? We are explaining now. So now class we are explaining, right? I haven't explained what is interface. But if I open the Java program, how to identify that? That only we discussed. Okay. Right. In Java, class is defined as what? Collection of variables and methods. So if I see the syntax of this, syntax of class in Java. Syntax of class in Java. Okay. See here. If I open any class, right? So keyword is a keyword class name. Class name. Okay. Open bracket and close bracket. This is a keyword, C small letter, and a class name. And here we have a variables and methods. Okay. Integer I is equal to 10. I is equal to 10. Byte B. 20. Okay. String name is equal to Shikar. Shikar. You know, these are all small letters. I small letter, B small letter. You don't know what is into byte, nothing. Just write. These are all variables. Okay. I is a variable. I is a variable. So here B is a variable. Name is a variable. So class contains what? Variables and methods. Methods. Void login. Void login. This is one method. Okay. Void logout. Okay.
In string, S should be small letter or capital?
Capital letter. Sorry. Is a class. String is a class. String is a class. Class starts with the capital letter. You know, a void name. Okay. Any pound to right. So now this is a class. So this is a class. So class syntax, this is a syntax. Keyword and what is the class name you want to give? Give it. Open bracket, close bracket, and it contains what? Variables and methods. So class is a collection of variables and methods. That's the definition of class. You know? So how can I create a class in Java? Okay. Creating a new class in Java. So how can I create a class in Java? Okay. See here. So right click on a package. Right click on package. New class. You know, right click on package. So where do we create classes? Package only. You know, we create classes in a package. See,
Package.
Java program nothing but a class and objects only. You know, so right click on a project. Sorry, package. New class. Okay. So navigation is what? Right click. Right click on required package. Select new. Select what? Class. Okay. Right click. New class. Now, what is asking it is? So source folder means what is the meaning of source folder here? Where you want to create a package. Under this project, under this SRC folder, and then under this package. Project name, SRC, okay, under this pack. In this folder, in this source packages, I want to create a package, sorry, class, you know. So I'm giving as a demo, employee. I'm creating a class for the employee. You know. So here we have some modifiers, public, package, private, protected. You know, just don't see those. For time being, don't see those modifiers. Abstract, none, sealed, not required. Okay, na? Super class, okay, na? Not required. Okay. So right now, this is also not required. Right now, you know, just click on finish. Okay. Now, what is the navigation here? Enter class name. So camel case letters. Okay. Next, click on finish button. That's it. Finish button. Okay. Finish. Done. Now what you observed here? What you observed here? If I create a class, what you observe? So if I create a class, what you have observed, sir? In the corresponding package, one Java file is created. And what is the what is the Java file it is? What is the class name we have given? With the same name, Java file is created. Under this Java file, we have a class. Okay. Again, I want to create a student class. How? Where? Come on. Right click on where?
Package.
Right click on package. New class. Enter. Enter class name as student.
Student.
And then click on
Finish.
Done. Now where you created the student class under package 1.
Package 1 package.
Package.
Last student class.
Sorry. Okay, right. Which class it is?
Student
Right?
Java.
So now what happened here? A student.java is created. Under the student.java, one student class is created. So this is the way how we are creating what? Class. Now, observation. Now, what you are observing now? So here, class name, right? Example I'm giving here. Example, employee. Okay, employee. I given as a class name as employee. Now, employee.java is created under given package. And employee.java contains below class. This is a class. Like this. You know, this is. Any doubts on creating a class now? What is a class? What is a class?
Class is collection of variables and methods.
So now I have created one class. Now I want to add some variables and methods, right? Right? Class is a collection of variables and methods only, right? For employee, what is the data we have? Name, employee name, right? Name, employee name. Me parent, Sunil, right? Sudhir. Okay, Sudhir, right. In Java, every variable should define as a data type. What type of data, Sudhir? String. So I have to give a data type. Sir, what kind of data types are there in Java? We have a separate chapter. So there is a chapter called data types in Java. So there I will explain. But right now I am declaring one variable in my class. But as per Java standards, whenever I declare any variable, data type is mandatory. Okay. Next name. Next ID. So my ID 100. Now this is a number. So this is integer, byte, long, short, some different number data types are there that I will explain. Next, location. 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 Meer ekkada? Hyderabad lo work chestunaru. Right. This is string. String location. Yeah, for strings we are using as a string data type. Any string data, the value in the quotes is a string. Okay, and data type is string only. Sir, what types of data types are there? We will discuss. So primitive, reference to, integer, byte, long, short, arrays, collections, classes. So many data types are there that we will discuss. Right?
Yeah, can't we use string ID equal to 100?
See, if I use like this, okay. String error. Why error? 100 is what here? Numbers.
Digit, integers.
Number, right? Number.
Yeah,
I'm giving a data type is what? String. So this is a number and the string not matching. See, I can give like this. What is the data I mentioned in the double quotes? It will become as a string only. Now no error. See, now no error. Right? But I given as only number here. Number. This is number, but this is a string. not matching. The data you have given and the data type you have given, both are not matching. So we are getting error. See the error here? Type mismatch. Type mismatch means what? The data you have given, data type you have given, both are not matching. So string, right? So number.
Yeah.
Integer
Okay.
number. That's it. This is example. Example. Entering. So here, enter variables in employee class. So like this. So like this you have, right? So like this you have created. Okay. Class. This is the way how you are creating some variables. Done. Okay. Now. So class is a collection of variables and methods. So for type being, I have mentioned only variables. I am not mentioning any methods right now. We will discuss methods also, but only variables are declared because these are some simple. Now, I want to display these values. So what is the name variable value? What is the ID variable value? What is the location variable value? I want display. System dot out
Out
dot
dot println.
name, right?
Yeah.
Name. Okay, name. So like this, I am displaying the values. For name.
Showing errors.
I know, sir. ID and then location. See, this is the way how do you display the value? System dot out dot println. What is system here? Class. Out.
Class.
Come on, sir. Out. Variable.
Variable.
And println. How you are explaining, sir? Yesterday identifiers we discussed, right? Based on that. Okay. No, but here we are getting error. What is class? Collection of
Variables and methods.
and methods.
Methods.
I have written one normal statement. It won't accept. It won't accept. See, class is a collection of what? Variables and methods.
Variables and methods.
But I'm writing a normal statement. This is not a variable. This is not a method. Just a normal Java statement. It won't access.
Previous file variables తీసుకున్నాం.
Previous?
File variables తీసుకున్నాం.
ఇక్కడ ఇవే కదా. Yeah, these variables. Yeah, class is a collection of variables. Which is method? See, this is not only one single method, right? It's a combination of some methods and classes. This is a statement. This is a statement. This statement. First class is there and one variable is there and then method is there. This is a statement. This is a variable. Now this is a method. This is a method. No error. Okay, now, but this method is accessing one variable and this variable you are accessing from one class. So this is a statement. Okay, now, so class is a collection of what? Variables and methods. Okay, I have written variables, no error. I have declared one method also, no error. But I'm writing a one normal statement, error. Why? Class contains only what? Variables and methods only. If I write other than this, it will display an error. So you are not supposed to write anything in this class. Only you can write what? Variables, and we can write some other topics also, but right now we can define some blocks like that. But class can define only what consists variables and methods. But I want to display these values. Okay, public static void main. So sorry, string args. Okay, this is a method, right? So a method. So I can write the statements in a method only. Right? I can write the method statements in a method only. What is main here? Method, right? In the method only I can write the statement. So I want display now. System dot out dot println name. Next, system dot out dot println ID. Next, location. But still we are getting error. Now see here, employee is a class, variables, method, right? Employee is a class, consisting of variables and method. ఇది మెథడా కదా? Method only, right? So class contains what? Variables and methods.
Methods.
So whenever I want to write a normal statement, so I have to write in the method only. Not only main, any method. But still we are getting error. See here, error. Cannot make a static reference. Cannot make a static reference. Cannot make a static reference. So this is not the way to access the values. So whenever I have a values in a class, like variables and methods, I want to access those values, I have to create an object. See, chapter is class and objects. What is class? Collection of
Variables and methods.
I explained how to create a class, you know, and
Yes.
I have defined some variables and method. Now I want to access these values. I have displayed like this, but it's not accepting. So to access class values, what class contains? Variables, methods. If I want to access variables, methods, then I have to create what?
Object.
So objects are used to access the class values. What are those in class? Variables and methods.
Variables and methods.
So now I have to create a object for class. You know, now object. We create object. We access class values like variables and methods by creating objects for class. See, definition, class and objects. Class completed. Next to object. So in class, I have some values, variables and methods are there. I want to access those values. So directly not possible. So you have to create what? Object. So why do we create object? To access what?
To access the class
values. What are the class values? Variables and methods. Can you access directly? Directly not possible. We have to create
No.
what? Object. You know, now how to create an object? Syntax. See, clear చెప్తున్నాను, step by step చెప్తున్నాను, slow చెప్తున్నాను. Still having any questions, ask me. Okay? Yes.
Yeah.
Sir, this is the definition for object.
One second, madam. Mandala madam.
ఇప్పుడు ఎంప్లాయీకి ఒక ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ఉంటుంది, ప్లస్ నేమ్కి ఒక ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ఉంటుంది.
One class contains multiple objects. So I can create any number of objects for one class.
Okay.
You know, so classroom is a class. You're all having objects. See, classroom is a class. This room is a one class. You know, so we're all having a variables and methods like this contains. So I want to access these values, ours, another class. So by using creating an object. You know, see, syntax, class name, variable name is equal to new class name. Open bracket, close bracket. Yes, madam. Manjula madam, what is the doubt?
This is the definition for object, sir.
No, I will give. We access class values like variables and methods by creating objects for a class. You know, how can I create a class? Syntax. See here. Okay, one second. Okay, forget one thing. We create objects in two ways. One second, two ways. So why are we creating object? To access class
class
values.
values.
So now I have to create an object. How many ways I can create an object? Two ways.
Two ways.
Okay, na? Number one. By using object reference. Object reference syntax. Second one. By without using object reference. Okay, simple. Here we are writing only this. That's it. Syntax. That's it. Now, I explained class, right? Class is a collection of variables and methods. To access class values, we have to create an object. I can create an object in two ways. Now, what are those? By using object reference. Syntax is what? For which class values you want to access, the corresponding class name, variable name, and new the corresponding class name, open bracket, close bracket. This is by using reference. Sorry, by using object reference. Next is what? Without using
Without object reference.
so this is not there. Only we have this. We are also calling as a direct object. Direct object. You know? Now, with this syntax, I will access these values now. You know? Now, first method. First method. Okay, now what is that? By using what? Excuse me. By using object reference. What? Okay. Excuse me. Absolute ante. మీరు రిస్ట్రిక్ట్ అన్నాడు అబ్సల్యూట్ అట్లా చూస్తున్నాను by using object reference. Syntax is what? Class name, variable name, new class name. Right. For which class you want to create an object? Now tell me a syntax చెప్పండి statement ఇప్పుడు employee some variable name, okay, object obj is equal to new
employee
open bracket close bracket.
brackets close.
That's it. That's it. So I'm creating an object to access the class values. You know, so employee class name obj equal to new employee. Now what happened now? So if I have this program, right? If I have this program, MS Paint. This is my program, right? This is my program, right? So whenever I'm executing this employee, OB is equal to new employee, I'm creating an object, right? So now one object is created like this. You know, so what is object name here? New, come on, employee. So this is the employee object. Employee. In this object, what are the data we have? We have this data, right? We have data.
Yes.
Control C, Control V. So we have this data. You know, madam. So we have this data, right? New employee. Okay. Now, this value you are assigning to which variable? Which variable? OBJ, right? Now OBJ.
Yes.
OBJ. So now this OBJ is referring to this object. You know, so here, this is right. This one we are calling as an object. So we are calling this as an object. Which object? Employee.
Employee object.
See, OBJ is not an object. OBJ is a variable. OBJ is a variable. OBJ is not an object. OBJ is pointing, is referring to this object. So this is syntax is what? Object reference. Object reference. See, what is the first method? It is by using object reference. So we have object is created and we are giving a reference. You know, so this object is created in some memory. So while executing, some memory created right in RAM, and that RAM, this object is created by your JVM. You know, so what is that object name here? Employee. And what is the data we have in the class? This class data, right? Variables loads here. So now we are giving, we are assigning this object to one variable. What is the variable name? OBJ. Now, how can I access name? obj.name. How can I access ID? obj.id. How can I access a location? Come on, obj.location. Now I want to display like this. Now, see here. Now, if I write obj dot, you can see the values of your class employee. See, ID is there, name is there, location also there, and we have some other also there. Other information also there, but I'm not caring about that. I will look for my data is available or not. Okay, ID. And now I want to display the value. system dot out dot println obj dot
Name.
name. Done. Next system dot out dot println obj dot id. That's it. System dot obj dot println dot println obj dot location. That's it. So now if I run this, yes, these values I can display. Why? Employee class, right? Employee, right click, run as a Java application. See, I can access. But earlier I have used like this, right? Earlier I have used like this. It's not accepting. Why? If I want to access data from class, you have to create an object like this. Okay. This is which is the what is the way it is? By using object reference. Okay. Now this is with the object reference. Okay. See. So what happened? If I create an object, it create an object like this and load all the class values into this object, and I'm giving a reference to the obj variable. So whenever I want to access this data, this variable dot I have to write it. Variable dot string name obj dot id obj dot location, like that. Okay. Clear? Any doubts? Any doubts? Right. Control A, Control C. So class created, right? Now. So here accessing class employee values by using object reference method. Like this. You know, so whenever I create an object, this is a diagram. You know, this is a diagram. Okay. The diagram for that. Clear? So now what happened? So whenever I'm executing this method, right? Employee obj, employee object is created, and I'm giving a reference to this variable obj. See here. I can create any number of objects. I can create any number of objects. So this is employee one. Employee one. So now here I have to use EMP1 only, right? Here I have to use EMP1 only. Okay. Now one more employee joined in the company. So I want to create an object for another employee too. So now I want to access, or you want to assign the data for this. I want to access this data. Okay. You have to give like this. You know, employee two. But you are getting the same data. So right now we are getting the same data only because I'm accessing this value. Okay. Now right click, run as employee, run as Java application. So first three values and second three employees values like this. So one class I can create any number of objects, right? Note. Note raskondi. Note enti. We can create any number of objects for a class. Program. Sample program like this. You know, like Control A, Control C. Okay, see here. In above program, we created what? Two objects and given reference to EMP1 and given first object reference to EMP1 and the second object reference to EMP2. Yeah, now see here how it works. Same concept. Same concept here. File new. Okay. See here. ఇంత డీటెయిల్ గా మీకు బయట సెలీనియం జావా చెప్తారు కానీ సెలీనియం క్లాస్ చెప్పరు. అవుట్ సైడ్ సెలీనియం క్లాసెస్ లో ఇంత డీటెయిల్ గా జావా చెప్పరు. Yeah, I mean, if you are learning Java separately, they will teach. So that is different concept. But in Selenium course, I'm telling. See what happened here. Employee one new employee, right? I create an object for this. This is an object and loading. Control C, Control V, class values, and referring to what? EMP1, right? So this is EMP1. Okay. So this is referring to this object. EMP1 is referring to this object. And here also EMP2, right? This is for this statement. For this statement. Okay. Next EMP2 also there, right? New employee. Again, it creates another object. Another object and having a class values. Class values. And we are referring to which variable? Come on, which variable it is? EMP2, right? EMP2. So it is EMP2. Now EMP2. This EMP2 is referring this object. So this statement is this object for this statement. Okay, like this. So like this, I can create any number of object for a class. You know, so this is for the multiple object for a class. Okay, see diagram. So class is a collection of variables and methods. To access class values, we are creating an object. I can create an object in two ways. By using object reference, next without
Direct.
or direct object. Now second way. Next second way. Okay. So second way, creating the object without reference or direct object. What is syntax for this? What is syntax it is? New class.
New class.
That's it. You know, so now I want to access these values by using direct object. Now system dot out dot println. So here, what is syntax? It is new
Class.
employee open bracket close bracket dot. That's it. Great. So ID. Done. Next, system dot out dot println new
Employee
open bracket close bracket dot name.
name.
Next, system dot out dot println new
Employee
employee.
dot location.
That's it. Save it. Run it. Run as Java application. That's it. This is a program for this. So now accessing class values by using without object reference. This is a program. This is a program. Control A, Control C. But if you see the diagram, I mean the flow, file new, don't save, new. Okay. Now what the program it is? This is a program, right? The program. Okay. So system dot out dot println. So we are creating a new object, right? So new employee object. So what happened? It creates an object. What is object name? It is employee. It creates an object. Employee. and loads class values. But no reference. But no reference. See, there is no value assigned, right? This is without reference, right? But no reference here. See, in this diagram, we have a reference, right? See, reference, right? But here, we don't have a reference. That's it. Okay, na? ఒకటే ఆబ్జెక్ట్ క్రియేట్ అయితే yeah. See, this statement correct creating one object. Okay, na? Next system.out.println new employee again. I'm taking another object I'm creating. So once again, it creates an object and loads class values and no reference. It creates like this. So from this, you're accessing what name only displaying. Okay, na? In next third line, system.out.println. Again, you are creating what? New. A new employee. Again, it creates another object and loads the class values. Class values, but no reference. But this object is created for this statement. So in this diagram, I have created one EMP1, and whenever I want to access these values, I have used what references. EMP1 I have used. So here not created another object here, because this variable I am accessing the values. But here what happened? There is no reference. I am accessing the values from the object only. So here accessing the values with the object reference variable. See, here accessing the variable value class values by using object reference variable emp1 dot emp1.id emp1 dot location, right? But in this diagram, I'm accessing the values by using what? Object. See, again concentrate. In this program, how are you accessing name value? By using emp1, right? What is emp1?
Object reference value.
For which object? Employee. How are you accessing this id value? By using
EMP1.
object reference. Here, how are you accessing a location value? By using object reference. Now in this program, how are you accessing id value?
By using object.
This object. So new employee, new anangane, it will create like this. So this is the difference between accessing the values by using object reference and then without object reference. So whenever you say new, it creates an object. And what are the values you want to access, you can access like that. So this is about creating an object. See now. So now this is object, right? This is object. This is object. This is object. Now what is object? Okay, object nothing but where it is object. We access the class values here. What is object? Object is an instance of class. See, copy kada. See, మొత్తం class values కదా, copy కదా, అది object. This is an object. Here, see,
new అనేది is object.
New is a keyword. See, new is a keyword. So new is a keyword. Employee, new employee. What happened now? It creates an object. To create an object, we are using as a new keyword. So to create an object, we are using a new keyword. So here in this program, only one object is created. I want to access these values. Another object is not created because I'm using what? EMP1 reference. But in this diagram, there is no reference. I am accessing the values by using an object. So whenever I say new, right, it will create a new object. So that is the difference between object reference without using object reference. Okay. class and objects. Class and objects. Can I write a system.out.println in a class? Can I write a statement system.out.println in a
No,
class?
sir. No.
Why? Class contains
Create
what?
method.
Only variables and methods.
This.
These statements I can write in where? Methods.
Methods.
Okay, na? Now, what is a class?
Class is collection of variables and methods.
How do you access the class values? By using?
By object.
By using?
Object creation.
By using an object or creating an object. How do you create an object?
By using class reference variable.
I can create a object in two ways. What are those? By using
Without
object
reference.
by using without object reference. Now, what is syntax of object reference? Syntax of object reference. Class name,
Class name,
variable name,
variable name is equal to new
class name,
class name.
open bracket, close bracket, constructor. Okay. Next, without object reference,
New class name.
open bracket, close bracket. Now, how do you access the class values by using object reference? Object reference variable dot
Variable.
name. Object reference variable dot method name, like that. How do you access the class values by using the without object reference? New class
New
name,
class
open
name
bracket, close bracket,
dot
variable name, method name, like that. That's it. What is the difference between by using object reference and by without object reference? With one object reference, I can access multiple values. See the difference between object reference and without object reference. See here. See here. If it is object reference, to access these three values, how many objects I created? Only one object. Without object reference, how many objects I have to create? Are the difference? I cannot access multiple values at a time by using a without reference. See. So this is a program, right? In the same object, I cannot access multiple values here. In the same line, I want to access ID, name, location, not possible. Okay, na? So in a class, 10 values are there. These 10 values I want to access. Which one you prefer? Object reference or
By
by
using
without
object
reference?
reference.
object reference.
Why? Why? Only one time creation is enough.
Yes.
But if I use the object, without object reference, what happened here?
You have to
objects
create
I have to
object
create. Because
every
10
time.
variables are there. I want to access these 10 values, 10 statements I have to write. So new. So all 10 objects creates. You know? So this is the difference between class and objects. Any doubts?
It creates duplication, no sir?
Yeah, duplicate objects. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's the reason we are accessing with the object reference only.
Okay.
So only one time variable access is there. I will directly go with the direct object. But I want to access multiple times, multiple variables. Then I will go for what? Object reference. Okay, na? So this is about the depends. Depends. See, yesterday, real time under kada. Yesterday, see. Okay. Ikkada unna documents mane D drive. Selenium documents Selenium lo unnaya. Selenium lo kaadu. D drive. Srikara. Sorry, D drive Srikar. Srikar documents. Selenium, right? Working with WebDriver. See here. Set position we have used, right? Minimize the browser. Minimize the browser. Where I have used here? See here. So this is the object reference is there or without object reference is there?
Without object.
Reference.
Without object.
Depends on your situation. The syntax actually here. So here there is no any object reference is there. So new class name. So here we have parameters. Here we have parameters, but it's a constructor. Okay, new class name having a brackets. So this creating in a new object for which class? Point class.
Point
Class, right? So new employee, creating an object for employee. New point, you are creating an object for what? Point class,
Point class.
like that.
Basically, we don't need so many objects because it occupies the memory.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, if I go with the new, it occupies memory, right? So why should I go with that? And also, if I want access first line and 10th line, the variable I want access 2 times in first line, 10th line. So first line you have to write a new object, 10th line also you have to write a new object. But if instead of that, if I create an object by using object reference, object reference variable dot variable, object reference variable dot variable, like that.
Without object is the duplicates.
Without object, without reference,
Yeah, without object.
without object, with object reference, no duplicate. Without object reference, duplicates.
Duplicates.
Okay, now? Any doubts? So class and
Hello.
objects.
Sir,
Yes.
so which version is good for practice? Selenium old version or new version? As of now.
Better, I said right, for better compatibility, older version only. But right now,
Okay.
you can use the latest version, no problem.
So I'm using the latest version.
No
So
problem, no problem.
what problems do we get if we use new version? As
In
of now?
future, test engine configurations, spoil library configurations. So right now, just opening a browser and you're working, right? No problem.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
can continue with the new version, no problem. But whenever you are facing an issue, let me know.
Yeah,
And
sure.
also, I will tomorrow I will collect all the email IDs and I will send the older version 2.53. You can work with that.
Yeah,
Right
sure.
now, you can continue with the newer version, no problem.
Yeah, okay.
Now, any doubts here? Okay, we will learn one topic now. So class and objects are over, right? Now, dear sir, అర్థమవుతుందా? Declaration rules for creating a class or source file, Java file. So declaration rules for creating a Java file means new class అంటున్నాం కదా. So what are the rules we have to follow? Okay. See here. A Java file can have multiple classes. No problem. You know? So in one .java file, I can create any number of classes. See here. Let me create a Java program. Right click new class sample. Sample on the already on the. So that's the reason error type already exists. Let me remove this. Okay. Let me take this sample. Okay. Now see here, this is a class, right? This is a class, right? Okay. So a Java file sample.java can have multiple classes. So like this, class A, okay, class B, no problem. So we can create in one .java file any number of classes, no problem. Okay, now in one .java file, I can create any number of classes. There is no limit. One by one, okay. So one .java, sample.java is there. In that sample.java, I have created how many classes? How many classes? 3 classes. This is one class. This is another class. This is another class. You know. So first, what is the first rule? I can create any number of classes in one Java file. You know, the diagram. See here. Okay. See here. Sample.java contains below classes like this. The program. Okay. Control A, Control C. No problem. So in one file, in one Java file, I can create any number of classes. No problem. Okay. Right. Second rule. If Java file contains any public class, then class public class name and Java file name should be same. So what is the first one? In one Java file, I can create any number of classes. What is the second one? If in a Java file, see here. Suppose in a Java file, sample.java file are having a 3 classes. Sample class, A class, B class. In this out of these classes, if any class is a public, if any one class is a public, okay, then read it. What is the note here? Note, what is that? Read that. Any public class, then what happened? Then what? Cheppandi kada. Okay, not written. No, see here. Read this. Java file contains any public class, then public class name and Java file name should be same. Otherwise, error. Otherwise, error. See here. See, in this class Java file, which is the class public? In this .java file,
Sample.
which class is public?
Sample.
And what is the Java file name?
Class A.
Sample, not
Sample.
Java.
Both are matching?
No.
That's
No.
the error. That's the error.
Public.
So, which class is public here?
Sample.
Class A is the
Public only. Remove this. No. Second option. So, if suppose no public class, no problem, nothing, no error. But I want to make one class as public. Then the corresponding class name and the Java file name should match. Otherwise, error.
That is automatically created in that.
Is it?
Public class, I want to sample the Java is created.
Oh.
Is automatic public class is the automatic system generated.
While creating in a class name, that radio button is there, right? See, new class. See, radio button public.
Yeah.
So that is the reason it is taking the by default there. Okay, clear? But I want to make any public class, then the class name and then file name should match. Otherwise, error. You know. Now see here. So for example,
Remove the radio button is public. That we already class.
why not? Yeah, right click new. See, radio button. I have to select any one button here. So like this, okay, like this. Right. Okay. So is it okay?
Yes.
Next. What is the second one? Third one? What is the third one here? If the Java file not contains any public classes, then it is not required. It is not required. Class name and file name should match. Not required. Okay. In a class, we cannot write other than variables and methods. So if I write variables and methods, you will get error. Other than variable and method, if I write, you will get error. You know, so in a class, we can have only variables and method. You know, a Java file can have, you know, what is your doubt, sir? Upender? Yes, sir. Upender? Bye చెప్తున్నాడా I చెప్తున్నాడా right. A Java file can have, okay, can have without public class, right? Yeah, I can contain, right? So a Java file can have without public class. See here. No public class. No error. No error. No error. So sample.java contains classes without any public class. Okay, yes, we can have. You know, but sixth one. To execute a Java program. Okay. A Java file can contains without main method. No problem. See here. So I have a class, and in this classes I don't have any main method. Okay. If it is not there, then you cannot execute. See, you cannot execute, right? See, run configuration is there, but Java application is not there. Okay. So a Java file can contains main method. If it is, then we cannot execute a Java program. Okay. Seventh one. To execute Java program, one class should contain main method. So here, suppose here I'm writing a main method. What is the main method? It is public static void main. String args. So I have declared a main method. See, currently I have a 3 classes. In these 3 classes, I don't have a main method. Are you able to execute? No. Now, in class A, I am writing a main method. Can I execute? No.
No.
Okay. Then why? You have to write
Outside the
in
class.
the sample class. Right click, run as. So in which class you are writing main method?
Sample class.
So here, to execute Java program, one class should contain main method, and the class name should be the same name of Java file. There is it. Doubt, sir, Shiva?
మెయిన్ మెథడ్ ఎలా ఐడెంటిఫై స్టార్టింగ్ ఉన్నదే మెయిన్ మెథడ్ కదా లేకపోతే
No. See, this is a main method. పేరేముంది ఇక్కడ మెయిన్ కదా ఉంది. Main method. Main method. See, this is a method, right? And what's the main method? What is the method name? It is main method.
సపోజ్ క్లాస్ ఏ కూడా పబ్లిక్
రాసుకోండి, ఎవరుద్దన్నారు రాసుకోండి.
ఇది కూడా మెయిన్ మెథడ్
అవుతుంది కాదు, ఎవరన్నారు?
సార్
ఇది కూడా మెయిన్ మెథడ్ అవుతుంది కాదు, ఎవరన్నారు? ఇది ఆల్సో మెయిన్ మెథడ్. Now what happened? Run as is available. Execute it. All methods are executing now. Package. Okay. A class or B class or sample class. I'm just asking. See, if I have a class and having multiple main methods, okay. Now if I execute it, it's asking which method, which class you want to execute. Class A or class B or class C, sample class. But we are not maintaining multiple main methods in multiple classes. You know, so we are maintaining main method in the class where the file name and the class name matches. No, we are not accessing. We are not encouraging like this. But possible, okay, possible, but not like that. Okay. But class A values I want to execute now, because it doesn't have a main method, right? So now inheritance concept is there, or you got to create an object. So like that possible. Okay. So this is some source files to create. some rules we have to follow while creating a Java file. Okay, how many public class I can maintain? Suppose this is also a public. This is also a public. This is also a public. Not possible. You know, a Java file can contains only one class as public. And which class? Sample చెప్పకండి అక్కడ మీరు ఇంటర్వ్యూలో sample చెప్తారా? In interview also will you say like sample? So how many classes I can maintain public? Only one class. What is that? Sample. We'll get we'll get something we'll let you know. That's it. Interview in Java file. How many classes I can maintain public? Only one class. What is it? A sample.
No. It is having main
Sample.
method.
No, like that. What is the answer here? The class name.
The file name.
Class name should match with what? File name.
File name.
Don't just simple sample. Interval అలా చెప్తే అది అట్లా ఓకేనా? See here, that note also you can write.
Sir, so public static void main can be written outside the classes. Is it acceptable?
See. So అన్న ఇది బయట రాస్తారంట. It won't accept. It won't accept. ఇక్కడ నేర్చుకోవాల్సి మీరు జావా ఫైల్ కంటెంట్ వాట్? జావా ఫైల్ కంటైన్స్ ప్యాకేజెస్, క్లాసెస్, ఇంటర్ఫేసెస్, బ్లాక్స్ అవన్నీ ఉంటాయి. I cannot write methods outside of a class. No, I can define methods only in a class. Good question. Good observation.
And one more thing, like after class B, if we write public static void main, even though it show errors.
When?
After class B.
After class B, here.
Yeah, down. After that.
I can write, right? I shown this, right? Yeah. I can write.
Outside that class. Outside the class B.
See, sir. Hello. You are in .java only.
Yeah, yes.
.java package statement is there and multiple classes are there.
Okay.
See, if you are writing this, here also same. You are writing in where? .java only.
Okay.
Or top. You are writing in where? .java only. Or
Yeah.
here. You are writing in where? .java only.
So anywhere it should be written in the class, right?
Only in the class.
Okay.
So a Java file can contains only one class as public. Okay. Then file name, Java file name. Then Java file name and a class name should match like this. See, ఇదంతా జావా ప్రోగ్రామే కదా, ఇది లేదనుకోండి .java only, right? If I write direct program system.out.println, won't accept. Error వచ్చింది చూడండి. So Java program start with the package compulsory. Package. In package, pack1. Like this. And then we have a class sample. And then here we have a variables. See, if I'm writing a variables outside of a package, outside of a class, integer I equal to 10, not possible. So these variables have to write in where? Class. Methods in class, like that. So this is about class and objects. So tomorrow we'll discuss chapter 3, data types. ఒక 3-4 days మొత్తము జావానే ఉంటుంది. 3-4-5 days టోటల్ జావానే ఉంటుంది. నెక్స్ట్ వీక్ దాదాపు టోటల్ జావానే ఉంటుంది. వేరియబుల్స్ ఉన్నాయి, డేటా టైప్స్ ఉన్నాయి, ఆపరేటర్స్ ఉన్నాయి, మెథడ్స్ వరకు conditional statements ఉన్నాయి, loop statements ఉన్నాయి. If I know this concept, then only I can write the Java program. Otherwise, we are not able to write. So tomorrow we'll discuss what? Data types. And possible, we'll start the operators. Okay? Thank you. Take care. Any doubts?
No, sir.
Right. Thank you. Take care, sir. Guys, take care. Happy. Sorry.
Sir?
Right.
Yesterday, can you share the document yesterday?
Sir, actually, I don't have your details. I'm sharing in WhatsApp group. So I will ask them to share to you. You know, in WhatsApp group published already. The details which I have, I'm sharing already. But you are not in that WhatsApp group. I will request them to share. Okay. Thank you. Take care. Yeah.
I had a quick question, sir.
Yes, madam.
Yesterday, after package, did you discuss any of the topics?
Today, after package.
After identifiers.
After identifiers, no. After identifiers, the last session on last topic on yesterday.
Okay, thank you.
I mean, we have opened one program and we identified some identifiers
Okay,
based on the standards, naming standards.
yeah. Yesterday, due to power cut, I lost the session. So
Sandhya,
that's the
right?
reason asking. Okay.
Sandhya,
Monica.
Monica. Okay, right. Right. Thank you. Right.
Thank you.
Sir,
Yes.
we have created two objects, right? Employee 1 and employee 2. So if you want to get the different data, what should we do, sir?
Different data, no. It is accessing from where? Class name only, right? Akada class lo em unte ade value
Not different data means we have created that name and ID and location. Different.
Yeah, then add a variable in the class. So like we added, right? Name added, location added, right? Like that, create a variable there.
Okay.
Okay. Right. Take care, guys.